Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, not been on for a while. I just want to share my prep pages for my December 2025 Christmas albums. I'm currently got 3 collections in 3 different albums. As I'm working along, I will explain to you why does that happen and how I intend to amalgamate at least 2 of them into as one combined album, and I want to have one complete separate album. So my main album is going to include Simple Stories, Ard Candy Christmas and Elle Studio 2025 collection, Christmas collection. And my third album has got Simple Stories All Wrapped Up collection, and I will explain to you why I've done what I've done and why I've done it. So in here I've just got some of my foundation pages. It is now the 15th of December, and I'm not ashamed to say, but I've been out and about the past couple of weeks, so I have not done any crafting. I've not been in my craft room for over a week now, which is not like me. I've potted in and out, but not done much. So hence that's why I have not even started my album yet, but I do intend to start after I've done these videos. I do intend to start this evening and putting some of the pages together. So yes, so like I said, I've still not decided what I'm going to do on the front, so I've still left this sleeve on. I know it does bug some people, but it doesn't bother me, so I'm just leaving it on. And I also want to add a charm down the side. I've seen a lot of journals that've got charms down the side, and I think, oh, they look really pretty. So again, that's something that's going to be done in, you know, whenever I get around to do it. I just want to complete my pages. So I'll stop waffling on about that, and I'll carry on with showing you what I have done so far in prepping my pages. So a lot of my pages I have done out of what I would call out of pocket, and I've got pocket pages as well. I like to do a combination of both. So you'll see quite a few that are out of pocket, like this one, which just on a plain piece of cardstock, which I've measured, decorated the front and back. Now this can just be a filler. I can put some journaling up here, or I can put a photograph, but that's just like a standard where I've just sat down and just thought, right, I'll just make some filler pages, but these can also be used to add in additional information. Again, on the reverse side, I've added a vellum envelope, and I've also added a small tag. Now I think this tag is going to be changed, or I might add 2 or 3 tags to it and add some journaling to that. I can also add journaling there. I could even put another photograph in there as well. None of the pages that I'll be showing you have any numbers, so that means as I'm going along and I'm working on a particular event or a particular day, I can decide which page I want to do, how many photographs I want to incorporate, and go from there. So it could be just a standard 6x4 insert for one page for one day, and other days it could be 3 or 4 pages as well. I never limit myself to saying, oh, I just need to do 1 page per day. So this one, I've made a sweet envelope. Sweet envelopes they are. And I've just all punched it, simple decoration. I did cut it down to size, and I just used my 1-inch circle punch just to make that opening. So again, I can put some memorabilia in, I can put some tags in, or extra photographs in there, or it can just be a standalone thing as well. I did the flap at the back, I did decorate it, as you can see, because I didn't want it just being that plain back. So again, that could be journaling, and on that side could be a photograph, so it does like tie everything in. This one, obviously, I'm just going to use this as a page filler. I didn't know what to do with that piece of paper. This is from Ard Candy Christmas, and I just thought, oh, it looks nice, so I'll just leave that as just a page filler there. Again, another on the reverse side, I've added another envelope, so I can add a tag, or I can add some extra photographs or journaling. Obviously it needs, not, I don't give a, obviously it needs some trim, so I can add some extra trim, extra decorations. All the pages are very basic. They have no real decoration to them because I want to do that as and when I'm going along. I didn't want to put too much embellishment on and then not have any room to add my photograph or my journaling and things like that. And if I wanted to add extra layers, I couldn't do that if I'd already laid it up with embellishment. This one is an acetate sheet. Again, I've just measured it and all punched it where it should be and added some decoration to the front. I've not added anything to the back yet, so I can still do that. I can add something to the back, or I can just put a photograph over there, or I can leave it as it is. I think this piece of paper is from, I think it's on Bella Boulevard. It was in my Christmas paper stash. So I think it's from Bella Boulevard. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it is. And again, like I said, I've just cut it down. I think I've got a few of these style acetate sheets as I go through. Another one again, just a simple design. Again, I can put a photograph up top and journaling. I could even, if I wanted to, cover the journaling spot up if I didn't want to, and put a photograph down at the bottom as well. I've left that side blank. This one is using the Elle Studio die, metal die, large tag die. I love that die. So again, I think you'll see this die in several of my pages. What are they? Puffy stickers. And then I've marked that I need a 3x4 photograph there. Again, very basic, no extra embellishments as yet. Again, another acetate sheet. I think this one measures 4 across from the fold here. I've added a envelope with a tag in, just a plain tag. This is just to reference this. I'm going to put a tag in. Obviously I'll decorate the tag, or I could have extra photographs, journaling and things like that. Again, using a puffy sticker and layering it up using doilies, ribbon and things like that on there. Then in my stash I have got a selection of different size pocket pages. So I like to, even in my 12x12 albums, I like to mix all the pages up. I never like to have them all one size. So you will see that my pages are, you have full pages, I have smaller pages. I might even have an A4 page as well. 6x4, sorry, page here, either out of pocket or in the pocket page protector. So this one is a 3x8. I think this one's an Ali Edwards one, so it's very old, it's very in my stash. Again, what's it? Pattern paper, one of the cut apart tags. I've wrote down the size of the photograph I need to put on there, and left the back blank. Another one, very simple, with 2 pattern papers. There's absolutely nothing on that. It's just a very plain base, what's it called? Base page. And again, enough space to put a photograph or add in journaling. And I can have a title on there as well. Another one, this time it's inside a page protector using strips of pattern paper. A 3x4 photograph can go there. I've got a journaling spot already, but again, it needs extra embellishments and a title. And I'm not going to do stitching. I know I'm not going to do stitching, so I might do a pen borderline round the edges. I know I'm not going to do stitching because it just be too much. Now on this one, it's a 6x4 and 2 3x4 pocket pages. So again, I've used the acetate and I've just decorated the acetate sheets with pattern paper, stamped image. That stamp is very old and that's from Elle Studio. This Merry Christmas wood veneer is, I think I got it from Hobbycrafts, which is a craft store based in England. So and that's about a year, maybe 2 years old. That was in my stash, and I just thought I'll use that there. And again, all these, I can take one of those out and put a photograph there. I can add more embellishment to this Merry Christmas sign. It's just to give me ideas of what I want to do. I've not added anything to the back sides of those. And then this one again is a 3x8. I've added one of the cut apart tags and a journaling block from the die cut pieces. Another 6x8 page inside a page protector, which was going to house a 3x4. And as I've said previously, there's nothing to it. There's no embellishments, no title, so I can use it anywhere in my journal without thinking I need to put it in as a specific place. I will go through these pages and think, right, I'm going to use that one, I'm going to use that, and then it'll all come together, hopefully. Another one. Now this one is a, oh, what's that measure? Sorry. That measures, yeah, that measures 6. So this one is a 6x3, and then we've got a 2x3 at the top. Again, this is another Ali Edwards pocket page, which I've had for years in my stash. Simply decorated and ready for photographs or journaling. 2 simple cards. That is just a cut apart sheet I've just put in there as just as a page filler. And then this one would be maybe journaling. Yeah, maybe journaling, maybe how's the number. I have got a set of metal dies that are like a stamp, that are stamp shaped, and my good friend Barbara we were at a crop, and she was using them as a base for some Christmas cards she was making, and they looked absolutely stunning. And it's one of those metal dies that you have, and you think, oh, what am I using that for? I don't want to throw it away, but I'm not going to use it. And when I saw it, I thought, yeah, this is what I need to do. I need to use it to make the shape behind make any, cut any die cut shapes out and use them in my document journal and my layouts as well. Sorry, I'm losing what I'm going to say. So yes, so you'll see. I don't know, you'll see further on, but you'll start to see that I've got a lot of these already cut out. This is just some gold paper I've had in my stash that I've just cut several of them out, and I've got different sizes of using pattern paper, using plain white cardstock, using the gold glitter paper as well. Now this paper, this pink paper, I think it's from about 2 years ago. It's an Elle Studio one from about 2 years ago. Again, I found it in my stash. I just cut it. I had some punch circles out of the 6x8, so I've just cut it down so it's a 6x4 piece, and I'm just going to use that as a base. It might not stop. Well, it won't stop there because it's pink and it doesn't really go, but I might be able to tie it all in. And again, I've done the same on the back. I've just added a what's it called? 3x4 card from the cut apart sheet, a journaling spot, simple decoration, a little wood veneer tag that I had in my stash, a punch circle, and some little red gems. And again with this one again is Elle Studio pattern paper. Either last year or the year before. And I've just added a little journaling block on that side. Most of them I've not really put anything on the reverse of them, because I know when I want to flick through my albums, I want to be able to just see the front. I don't want to be thinking about what's on the back. So I think those ones will come out and go into a separate page protector so I can just flick through. Now this one I did one evening while watching a video, and literally I've just cut the papers apart, pattern papers apart, and just made them into little journaling spots. Or yeah, so they're just little paste. So I was just trying to use up all my little bits of die cuts without really having a purpose for them. So I just thought I'll just not blankly think about it, but just put them down without really giving it too much thought, mainly what went together, and not having to worry about, oh, I need this on this and I need that on that. And so these came together really quickly, and it's using scraps of paper as well. I don't think I use any full sheets here. They're all bits and pieces, and I've just again, like I said, I've just cut them down to size, so they're all measured 3 by 4. They'll be filler cards, or they'll just be cards with a bit of journaling. I could use them just to add the dates. With this one, in my stash, I add some of these lovely little candy canes, and I've just made them into art there. And I know that me and James will be having quite a few of hot chocolates with cream and marshmallows, so that could be a page that will go on that to go with those. And on the back, on the reverse there, I've just used this large journaling block, and again, simple pattern paper cut down to 3 by 4 and a strip of the red paper. No decoration on it, so I could add anything I want to on that one. There are some others on the reverse. So that one is just some of the die cut baubles. Again, I can just add a title, some word strips. I've got loads of word phrases, because with the collection pack you get the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. It's got loads of word phrases on there. I've also can stamp some phrases if I wanted to as well. And this pattern paper, this page protector is again a very old one, and it's from scrapbook.com, and I really like it because it's one that folds out, and I have 2, 4, 6, so I've got 12 inserts there at 3 by 4 size. Right, this one is something that I did last year in one of my days. Was it last year or the year before? Last year, I think it was, when we had, yeah, it was last year, an advent calendar from Hey Little Magpie, and I wanted to document them. So I did do like a little flip up, and I put the number on the top, and then underneath I put the photograph of what was in the actual number, what was in the number, corresponding number. So on this one, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I just liked how I did it previously, and I thought, well, I'll do this again, and again I will think of a way of using it. I most probably have some of these blank and add some sequins in between, just to break it up so it's not all pattern paper. And then again, I've just cut them down so it's measures 4 by 2. I've cut it into like a tag shape, added some trim with my tiny attacher, and that'll be it. So I can that'll be filled in. Most probably end up doing 2 of those. I can, pattern paper. That pattern paper's from Hard Rock Candy, and this pattern paper, the green one, is from Elle Studio. And then this one is the last one, which is a 6 by 4. Again, I put a little red envelope there, leave a tag, one of the cut apart tags in. Not much else. I've added some parcels, die cut parcels there, and the journaling block that says December. And that's about it on that one. And then I was talking to somebody, and I said, oh, I've not done any of my pages, but I have been going out and about, and I have been coming in, when I've come home in the evening, I've come onto my computer and I've downloaded my photos and printed some of my photographs off. So I have got some photographs printed off and what I need to do, and I've put them into page protectors. Now, not necessarily going to stop in this way, and I might even add more photographs, which I think I will do, or these might not stop in this book, which I will explain to you in a minute. So I've just printed off the photograph, popped them into some page protectors for now, the dates. I have also got a separate notebook that I've wrote all my notes in, what I want to remember about the Pacific dates. And then this one I've not cut those down to size because I've just printed those off. It's when me and James went to Chester Market. So Chester Christmas Market. So we've just printed those off, and again I've just slopped them in there, put a date on there. And me and the girls went for our Christmas. We don't always have a Christmas meal, so we went for our Christmas meal. So a bit of shopping round Birmingham, and a lovely meal at Six for Nico's, which was really, really nice, and nice to spend time with the girls as well. So I've just printed off the photographs. These ones, because of the 3x4s, the less than 3x4s actually, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I've printed off all the photographs of all the yummy food we ate. And then when we were wandering back through, me and Julie was wandering back through towards the car park, I just printed off that. And then I have done one page when we put our Christmas lights up on the outside of the house. And I'll quickly tell you the story, is that I got some new outside lights, and I thought, oh, I'll get these because there's 320 in the of lights in the packet. That'll be fine. It'll give a nice display. What I didn't realise that actually it was the length of the lights was way too long. So I've got a little front porch that we put the lights on, and the actual this strip of lighting was meant to be for the top of the actual rooftop, which there was no way I was going to go up. So it's meant to be at the top of that rooftop up there, but there was no way that either me or my husband was going to go up to put them up there. So we ended up, me and James, must have took us about an hour and a half to get all the lights on there, and going backwards and forwards, making sure that I ended up in the right position so that I can trail the wire underneath the door. Through the top of the door, so we can plug the lights on. But I do think it looks really nice. I love how it ended up, but it did take us ages. Instead of a simple clip up and get on with it, it did take us ages to do that. So I have done that. I think I did it on the actual night, the evening of the 8th as well. So I put the 8th on there, so that's it. Again, I've left it very simple, so I can go back and add more decoration if I wanted to. And then that is that for this album. So I'll just quickly get my next album, which is the Elle Studio one. Down there. So again, I think I've shown this Elle Studio one because it was to do with Hey Little Magpie DT. So I'll just quickly go through this one. So what I'm going to try and do is what I'm not going to try and do, what I am going to do is incorporate these pages with my Hard Candy Christmas collection. So there's two collections going through the whole album. It's in a yellow folder, but obviously that's going to change. I've used one of the new Hey Little Magpie acrylic pieces that says Hello December, which is lovely. I love that it's like a frosted green. It's olive, I think. It's a lovely one. So yes, so this is the 2025 Elle Studio Christmas collection. So I'm just going to quickly flip through, so I think I've done this before. I've added a flip up with some pom-pom trim at the bottom, 6x4. I've done used one of the Hey Little Magpie dies to make this little pocket. Added a tag in there. Again, I've got a flip up there that's a 3x4, simply decorated on the front. This pocket page houses 2 3x4 sizes, and then it's got 6 2x2 sizes, which I've just added some embellishments to those. I can take them out and put photographs in if I wanted to. So I've got some stamp images, die cut. That's a die cut. Let's see. Yes, these are all Elle Studios. This is a new one, 2025, and that is an old one. So again, everything always coordinates. Again, another simple 6x4 card. I've done this little pocket again with a tag and a tag on the front. Again, I could have a word on that. So that's just a simply one done. I could put that onto a piece of pattern paper, or I can actually all punch it and put it through there. I think it will go on a piece of pattern paper actually. Again, another card, which is a flip up. Underneath there, I have done some stenciling. And then there's another card, another red envelope with some stamped images on and a tag in there. Another flip up. So that goes flip up like that. Another out of the page card with a tag and some stamped. I could just make this as a list format. I was talking to my friend Ellen the other day, and she mentioned about having a list of movies that she watches in December. And I thought, oh, what a good, I always do a list of the ones I like. So what I thought I could do, that could be appropriate, I could write a list of the movies that I'm watching, Christmas movies, sorry, that I'm going to be watching in the December period. I've watched a couple so far, so I just need to write them down. Then again, this is just a pocket, simple pocket with a tag. Well, I'd put an opening there so I can put a tag or extra photographs, or even make a bigger tag to go there. More journaling cards, more, I did another die cut for there. Same on the back. On this one is, I think that measures 4 by 8. And again, I've just made a, so I can just slit it in there, make a little pocket, additional pocket. Again, nothing on there. Some stamps. Stamped image, plain as it is, and I can add my sorry, excuse me, add my date or any other bits and pieces I want to do. And again, another pocket page, another page that I've done that just has a little pulling out of tags, and again, nothing there. So, and then I'll show you part of my third one. I did start off, I'm going to say this is part 2. I did start off saying at the beginning of the first section that I was using All Wrapped Up for my album, for my third album, but it's not All Wrapped Up. I'm using so many Christmas collections this year, I got confused. This one is Arden Creative Collection. So I will show you bits of it. I'm not going to show you all of it. So I've done quite a few pages on here, which will be appearing in one of on Hey Little Magpie YouTube, as it's for Hey Little Magpie DT. So I'll just show you a few pages. So like I said previously, I have got some of these 6 by 4 cards, pocket pages. So I've done these 2 little cards. I can use one on either side, and I can have a photograph and some journaling, or add the numbers and things like that. On this one, it's one of those flip ups, and then I've just simply decorated the front, plain pattern paper, all 2-inch all punch. I think that's 1.5 inch on the green, and then some little die cuts, adding some of the tinsel trimming that I've got in my stash, and some red ribbon. So again, like I said, I could add more decorations in here, stamps, photograph journaling, so that they will all stay together like that. They'll be dotted in around my album. Another plain 6 by 4 card. And then, like I said before, I have done quite a few of these stamped metal die pieces, so they'll appear quite a lot in this album anyway. And there's one there in the gold, and a die cut star as well that I've just trimmed down the one side. And then I've done this pull out that I will add. I don't know how I'm going to add it, but I'm going to add it in a format. So I've just border punched the bottom, add some trim at one side, and then I can add photographs, journaling, as I want to, and then the other side has already been pre-printed with a design. I think that's as far as I'll show you actually. And again, that's just a simple card. That needs more to it. Date, not dates, yeah, a date and journaling, things like that can go onto that side. Oh, I'll show you this one as well. So this one is the tape that comes with the in the kit. I'll link all the products below that I've used, and these are the slicker rub-ons. And again, it's just a pocket there that I can add a tag to or photographs, and just a pocket and one of the die cuts. So I won't show you anything else because I want to show you majority of this over on the Hey Little Magpie YouTube channel. It will also appear on this channel as well, but it'll be after I've added it over there. But this album I've done specifically because I wanted to document all my Christmas markets I'm going to do. So a lot of these are gonna, this album in particular is gonna have all the Christmas market photographs I've taken. So it will, hopefully it's gonna be it will just be more or less like that. It won't be double this quantity, because I have printed out some of the photographs already, and they will be smaller than I'll actually need. And also, so that'll be for that. So I'll need a separate album that's just going to do Christmas markets for 2025 that I've visited. So there are my 3 albums. I hope you like my ramblings and you've got a basic idea of what I plan to do. So in my, not in that one, in my main album, which should be that one, will be my everyday 1 to 31st to the 31st of December daily entries in this album, using Ard Candy Christmas and Elle Studio 2025 Christmas products. It might have some other things rolled in, like I said at the beginning, it might have all wrapped up Christmas collection as well from Simple Stories, which I have got that collection, so that might end up in there, but I will incorporate it all. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. I will leave a link down below of all the products that I've used. If you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for stopping by. Till next time.